I'm going to show you how to make a box Swift with items that are probably sitting around your home. So I'm going to show you the supplies that we need as we use them. The first supply that you're going to need is a Lazy Susan, which can be found at craft shops and department stores, ranging from a few dollars to probably $20 or so. So there's your Lazy Susan. You place that on the table. The second supply that you're going to need is a piece of foam liner. It's the type of liner that they use for shelving, and it has the non-skid effects to it. They also make placemats that are like this. This happens to be shelf liner. You're going to place it on top of your Lazy Susan. Your third supply is a box, and this box comes from the post office. It's a box number 4 priority box. You're going to fix the bottom so it's secure. Then you're going to flip your box over and fold the edges that it flaps in. Okay? Now you're going to notice that this box just happens to have little grooves in each corner. I suggest if your box does not have little grooves that you cut some in. It helps stabilize your coat hangers. Which brings us to your next set of supplies, which is 4 plastic coat hangers. Which brings us to the next supplies, which is 2 hefty-duty rubber bands that are snipped. I'm going to take one of those rubber bands and I'm going to tie it onto the hanger part of the hangers so that they're all tied together. It doesn't have to be awfully tight because you want it to move a little bit on this section here, but you also don't want it too loose. You don't want them to pop off. You're going to flip those upside down, kind of at an angle like this, and you're going to rest them on the box. Now each of those grooves is going to hold one of these coat hangers. So now you're going to take your hangers and fan them out over the box. And again, those little grooves I mentioned before really do help hold in those hangers. You're going to take your second rubber band and you're going to thread it through the top parts of the hangers, and you're going to tie that so that they're secure. And this one, you kind of don't want this one to move around because then your skein later will wobble. The last set of supplies that you're going to need are 12 clothespins, and you're going to fix 2 clothespins into each corner to help stabilize the coat hangers. This is just so they don't pop off while you're spinning. I haven't had that happen yet, even when I don't use the clothespins, but again, it's just extra insurance to make sure. And that's it. Your box Swift is all set to go. I am going to show you, once you put a skein on, how that looks. So here's a skein that I wound up last night. I'm going to place my skein on top of the Swift, and I'm going to fix it down with a few coat hangers. And that is that. That's all she wrote. And you're all set. You just find your loose end and you start spinning or wrapping or rolling.